definitely in the building. Big H is definitely in the building. Little Dre is definitely in the building. And I'm Soup, and welcome to Superstars of Sports. But before you start the show, I need 4 things from you.
What's the 4 things that we need? Like, comment, share, subscribe. Like we ask y'all every week. The movement's growing, y'all. We see y'all showing love, but we need y'all to share, man. Share. It takes nothing but a quick 3 seconds to share us on your socials. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, whatever you want to put us at. We're going to keep bringing y'all the content that we love. We just need y'all to share. Let everybody know who's the best sports podcast in the city. Like my man H always say.
Cost nothing to show love, y'all.
Nothing at all. So with that being said, we're going to jump in. Let's talk into what happened today. My man Kaepernick got his tryout with the Raiders. Josh McDaniel, the king of the packages, Pauls in New England. Right now he's the head coach over there at Las Vegas. Go ahead. Just hop in, Soup.
No, I ain't gonna say.
Oh, you don't know nothing about the packages? Yo, you saving it? You saving it?
Being good this week.
What you think about Cap? You think it's a serious workout, or you think they're just trying to play the media game?
I think it's a serious workout. Their backups ain't really that good. And
I don't even know who they back is.
Right.
Because Mariota's not there no more.
No. I heard 2 names this morning on ESPN radio.
It was like me and you, right?
Yeah.
I feel you.
Pretty much. Yeah. So I think I'm just upset with Kaepernick on a different level.
Oh.
And it's just the football. I hope he gets another chance. He deserved another chance 3 years ago.
5 years.
Right.
Definitely should have.
He should never been blackballed.
Correct.
But I'm with this point with him where, and I'm gonna go to what he did. He took a stance for what he took a stance for. I'm not gonna say I supported it or I didn't. You took your stance, you made your move, I respect it. I don't respect that you changed your stance after you got a check for the NFL.
Okay.
Because if you got a stance, there's no money that's going to change you on what you believe in. You truly believe in what you believe in.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I just feel like he was contradictory.
Okay.
And for that, I look at him differently. But as far as the football side of it, good shit. I hope you make it. I believe if he can show you something that he's better, I can pick maybe 10 teams backups that he's better than.
Right, for sure.
And maybe 4 teams starting quarterbacks that he could be better than.
Okay.
So
right.
I think it's a good joint. I'm happy. Get your bag. Do what you gotta do.
So on your contrarian point, let me ask you this: do you think he took the bag for his own personal gain, or do you think he took the bag to fund the foundation that he started for all the pro-black movements that he's trying to get done?
Whatever bag he got, he has dumped some money into what he was doing. He had a Netflix special. He had a book that he came out with. He's active in the black movement and the civil rights thing. I just think that
the bag shouldn't have came from the NFL.
You should. If you felt as though the NFL did you wrong and did X, Y, and Z, there's no bag that's gonna shut me up. Because they gave you a bag and then you got quiet.
Yeah, disappeared for a little bit.
You stopped talking about everything you were talking. So somewhere in that bag, in that contract, they say you can't speak on it. If you can't do no defamation towards us, or we can get you back for the bag.
Do you think the outspoken guys have been coming out against him, like Eric Reed and so on and so forth, that were big supporters of his and stood up with him? You think they're right in what they've been saying about him in the media?
I think they are right because I'm gonna tell you this: it came with all black great people that did something. Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. You had dudes that rolled with them, and when they got to a certain success, they started acting a little different. They felt that same way as Eric Reed. Like, you're not really with the movement. Yeah. You more celebrity now, but you're talking that movement. Okay. There's some older black people that tell you that Martin Luther King was a sellout. Okay. To a certain degree.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying that.
Yeah, I got you.
You get what I'm saying? Same with Malcolm X. Everybody got their own opinion. And that's what I think Eric Reed, he was riding. And then he saw something. He might have saw the same thing I saw. Like, nigga, we moving. Why are you
taking the bag? Why are you signing the NDA?
It's like the slave keeping you captive, and then say, all right, I don't gotta give you your freedom papers, but I'm gonna put you in the crib.
So, Soup, you're on record, right?
I spoke about this.
Right, I'm saying, well, you're on record. How do you feel about him trying to get back into the league?
He a nut.
Okay. I was kind of expecting you to say that.
He a nut, guys. He could open up a construction company. You could have did anything other than this.
Right.
It's about the bag, man. I told you already it's about the bag. I don't care what we talking about. We can talk about bag, we can talk about whatever y'all want to talk about.
Yeah.
It comes back to money, and us as human beings, I don't care what race you are, ring comes before everything.
Right.
And that's what it is. I'm the only one that's going to stand on my principles. So I know I'm standing on mine. I don't care.
Do you want him back in the league? Do you want him back in the league?
For what he left the league for, no.
Okay.
For what you left for,
right.
If that's what you truly was rocking on, because nothing's changed, so why are you coming back? If things change and you came back, I get that. Nothing ain't changed.
So what you saying by nothing changed meaning the way the cops are still treating African on the outside, right? Nothing.
The way minorities get treated in America, it hasn't changed. It's not going to change. So if that was your platform that you were standing on, that you want to see some equality, I don't see it. Right. That's the only thing that would have made me bend. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing that would have made me bend.
So none of the initiatives that the NFL has done to further black causes is not enough to get them back in. I'm just asking questions.
I know you asking questions. Me personally, I don't see no change. I don't care about all this.
The whole Jay-Z thing and all that stuff.
I thought that was weird too. Like all that kind of stuff was weird to me because I kind of feel like when you're doing something, then I see you benefiting off the back, and I question how genuine it was.
Yeah.
Because when I do stuff, I ain't doing it for no recognition. I'm not putting my name behind it. I don't need no backdoor check. I don't need none of that kind of stuff. I don't want nobody to give me no hush money. I'm not going to be quiet if I feel some type of way about something. I'm not doing it. That's just who I am.
You don't want to be the one in charge of putting the Super Bowl concert together?
Nah, I'm cool.
Right.
I'm cool, cuz. I just feel like all them years that Hov wouldn't do it, and then like for you to get involved, and then it's like, I don't know, that kind of stuff is just weird to me. I just feel like a lot of these people, they leaders with money involved.
Not making any sense.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Me personally, if I'm Cat, I'm staying away, and with your non-profits, whatever you got going on, I'm focusing on that.
Right.
Unless there's not enough bread involved. And that's probably what it is, and that's why you're bad.
Talking about staying away, your boy Embiid had some things to say last night. Well, my boy Embiid, my soft boy Embiid, right? Everybody see the tweets last night?
Everybody boy, he just saw.
Did you see the tweets last night? Talking about Jimmy Butler needs another superstar and so on. So at this point of that part of Joe, I'm tired of it. Like I know you're a troll, I know you want to be the goofball, but you know the shit that you're starting at this point. Like why? Why do it? Go get your face fixed. Go get your thumb fixed. Go enjoy your son. Go enjoy your fiance. Why are you doing this shit, bro?
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
How do we know he don't want to leave? How do we know that he don't feel like this situation here, the ownership, the GM ain't gonna work? I gotta get out of here. I might stir some shit up a little bit.
But that's soft.
In my
I'm not saying that it's not soft. I'm just asking.
You've been defending a lot of bitch assness.
No, I'm not.
Yes,
You're not hearing me,
cuz. This is what I'm saying. You defending the nigga that you wouldn't do the stuff that he doing.
I'm not doing that. But
that's
I'm not
defending though.
No, my question is simply, because I asked him last week that do we think we need to let him go? So my question to go back to that was, how do we know that he don't want out? He might want to get it.
But just say
he's
it
doing
though.
it.
That's what he just
I
said.
agree, he should, but he doing a sucker joint like a lot of players.
Yeah, I know.
They talk through the media, they talk through tweets, they talk through. So I'm like, oh, this nigga must want out of here because he don't like what we got.
See, I think it's the other way. I think because Joel is mentally soft, right? We're going to say that here.
Yeah, I agree.
I think he knows that this is the place that's going to adore him the most, right? He knows Philly is his city, so I don't think he wants to leave. I think he wants to continue to put the pressure on the organization to build a team around him. But I don't think he wants to go.
I think he might want to slide, man.
Why you say that?
Just because I think, as a fan, I'm looking at the outlook and like, yo, how can we put this together to really make a contending team? It's really going to be difficult to do it. I think that nigga looking at it like, I can get y'all 2 players, 3, 4 draft picks, send me here. I'm not saying it's the right move. I don't want to lose them because we lose all chances of ever being anything.
Right.
I don't agree with that.
But these NBA players, they so quick. If I can't win here, let me get out of here and go here. I'm sucking Jimmy Butler's dick so hard. I'm gonna put it. You know what I'm saying? It makes
Jimmy's giving it back to him.
No, they both bobbing each other up.
Okay,
they both bobbing each other up. But it's just like the way the players are built now. We seen what Ben Simmons did. Embiid's not going to Ben Simmons route. We seen what James Harden did. Y'all want to trade me? I'm gonna get fat.
Yeah.
And then ever since I got fat, I got hamstring problem.
Right.
Whether I lost the weight or not.
I see him on the beach this week. Looking slim and cut.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But these guys are different and immature. I don't agree with nothing he's doing. I'm with you. He shouldn't be doing this soft ass shit.
Yeah.
But he might be alluding to the fact that he might stir up some shit so he can force his way out of here. It might not happen, but he's tripping.
The crazy thing about it is, even though he is known, to me, this is just my personal opinion, obviously, even though he's known as the process, I feel like the team has never been built around him, right? I feel like the team has always been built around what Ben's skill set was, because I felt like they all felt like Joe can adapt to any type of situation, whereas Ben, with his stubbornness, wouldn't change his gameplay. So we had to build the team around Ben.
Certain way.
A certain way, right? With the shooters that only shoot non-slash, so on and so forth. Because even Embiid said, like we talked about last week, he went to go work with Drew Hanlon to learn how to have a better outside game to give Ben the room, the space to move on the inside. So maybe this is Joel's way to keep the pressure on the organization to now build the team around me. You thought you gave me James Harden from Houston. You gave me Watch James Harden, right? Like, maybe that's his way, but even one way or the other, I don't think he's leaving. I don't think he wants to leave. I think he knows this is where he's going to get the most attention, but he, at the same time, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, just shut the fuck up, dude.
It's annoying now.
It's annoying. Like, I get what you're doing. That's your man, you know, whatever, and you can try to play it off where you're just making a basketball observation and say, I didn't say he needed me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can, you know what I'm saying? You can say all that, right? But what I'm saying is, shut the fuck up. We don't need that right now.
Yeah.
Like, we don't even know who the head coach is going to be next year. Because there's still rumors going out there that there's certain higher executives in the Lakers that want to hire Darvin Ham as the next head coach, who is the assistant coach in Milwaukee. But LeBron and some of the other players inside the organization want Doc Rivers.
At this point, LeBron, you can't call no more shots. After you done lobby for Melo and Russell, and you couldn't make the playoffs.
Yeah, okay.
Brian, you are LeBron James. You are a horrible GM. Horrible.
Okay. You walk into the Lakers locker room and tell him that he can't pick what he wants
No,
to
I
pick.
get it, but
Him and the whole clutch.
Do you agree with me?
Oh yeah, I've been.
Is LeBron a good asset?
Listen, I'm
a good,
okay
what they say, a person that can value asset and see it, a player's assessment.
He's as good as MG as Hove as a label on him.
Oh shit.
That's how I see
It's
it.
just
Some people
That was just Rockefeller, or are we talking about when he was taking over Def Jam? Because Rockefeller wasn't
everything.
too bad. Rockefeller wasn't too bad. It was when he moved to Def Jam.
What I'm gonna say with the Rockefeller situation was the two people you didn't like were the top selling boys, and that was Cam and Kanye.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't see him as
Bad
a good.
decision.
But he put together state prop. You know, Bleak was hot.
And they ain't
Yeah.
sold.
Yeah. I mean, no, they sold when they were supposed to
Devil
sell.
Wood.
No, nobody cares about it.
Oh, come on.
Nobody remembers.
Come
that.
on. What do you mean?
You-
No,
you-
all of a sudden.
I forgot you from South Philly. I forgot. My bad. I forgot.
First of all, from Philly. So you tell me state prop wasn't a good find? They weren't. You wasn't rolling with state prop? I forgot you was locked, so y'all was beefing.
Okay.
You was turning against your own city. I don't even respect you.
I say that to say. I say that to say.
I don't even
And
respect you.
you know, about the people
I
who
did.
the team, you can have talent right underneath your nose and they wouldn't know it. That's my point that I'm making.
Yeah.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
for sure.
That's what I feel about LeBron. He can have
You're right.
talent,
You're
but
right.
you traded away because they're not your age and you ain't play AAU with them. Like
Yeah.
that's the type of person he is.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
But-
You
but-
said it.
I mean,
I
at
didn't play
this
ball.
point,
I
man-
didn't go to the beach with this dude. I ain't hang with him. I don't know what.
I want him to, but you know Maury. Maury's just not going to give Doc away. He's going to hold them to get something out of it. We don't have no draft picks. The problem is, Lakers don't have no draft picks either. They owe a bunch of their picks away in the Russell Westbrook trade, as well as the Anthony
They're
Davis
fucked.
trade. They fucked.
financially.
That's kind of why they want Doc, someone that can come in and coach the
But
veterans.
that's not going to change what they
No,
got.
but that's what they want. They want Doc
can't
to coach
say
the
AD
veterans.
from always getting hurt.
Listen, bro, we know this.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you why Joe needs to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he
Because
do.
there's so many things
Joe got
that
it.
still need to go on that we don't need this attention.
I said it in the beginning. I said, do y'all really think it just might be over? It just really might be over.
What might be over?
LA. Like y'all just gonna be a bad team for a few years. Like
Oh, I agree with
yeah,
you.
it's over. Remember I said it when you was like, yo, LeBron not looking to say that. It's just I just
Yeah.
really think
Yeah,
it's over.
LeBron
I don't care.
LeBron is holding on for Bronny.
It's no moves to make. It's over.
Oh, yeah,
Y'all
they
about
are
to lose the
completely
franchise.
maxed
Like y'all didn't just miss the playoffs. Y'all missed the playoffs. Like
Right.
it's
By
about
a
to be a
lot.
wrap. Like you get what I'm saying, guys?
Yeah.
It's about to be a wrap.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
It's okay. It happens. You know what I'm saying?
We from
You know
Philly.
what I'm
We
saying?
been through
It
it.
happens. Yeah.
You get to that limit, you
You
can't go nowhere. Hey.
Y'all got the chip in the bubble. You know what I'm saying?
That fake chip. That fake chip.
I mean,
Fake
listen,
chip.
I take it. You know what I'm saying?
They didn't even get a
I
parade. They couldn't even get the chip.
ain't seen the chip here in so long.
But you see how bitch made LeBron was. LeBron was trying to hop on to the Dodgers parade and say, well, why can't we celebrate the Lakers at the same time since we didn't? Nah, fuck that. What you mean?
Chip was a chip.
It's your fourth John. You don't need a parade.
Chip
nigga.
is a chip, man.
We discussed this.
I know that.
If we
I
would
know
have
what
won that
I'm
chip,
saying. No. I'm not saying that.
Nigga, you'd have been out there with me like,
No, this is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
that's what I'm saying.
No,
I'm asking.
this is what I'm saying. If the Sixers won, and then 2 seasons later the Phillies won, I'm not expecting Joel to be like, well, can we just hatch on to that because we didn't get our
If y'all didn't
parade?
give us a parade,
You know
yeah,
why?
I'm
They
hatching
wouldn't have needed it. We'd have brought it in parade.
Well,
They
we
wouldn't have needed
different.
it. We'd have brought
We
it.
different.
Yeah,
Like,
we
that would have been
Like,
a.
we'd have
That
brought
would have turned to
It would have
a
been
Sixers
an
style
unofficial
film.
parade on Wall Street.
What would it know? Everybody
No,
had
fuck that.
that.
I would have called COVID before the Sixers parade.
Yeah, me too.
I'd have got vaccinated to go. It's like, no.
You was in front center with the fake car.
But I said it to say
You and Antonio Brown.
they pulled it out of the bubble, and I think it just might be over.
I mean, yeah, I agree.
So let me ask you, because like I was talking about Embiid. I'm not saying shit, but do you think maybe we should make a move with him, make a trade, or do you think? Because you said you want to rebuild with Maxey, right?
I want to blow it all up.
Okay, so you want to rebuild with Maxey, right? The best person you got to get you some assets to build around Maxey would be trading Embiid.
Yeah.
Would you do it?
This is what I want to ask y'all. I
That's
want to answer that
the
question.
question on the question.
No, that's what I want to ask y'all before I answer that question. Who's the big brother?
What do you mean?
Last week you said he needed a big brother.
Okay,
Who's
yeah.
the big brother? Now, if we can get the big brother here that E is proposing, I'll give that a shot and keep Embiid. Because he made a lot of sense. Because he might need a big brother. He might need a Batman. So he
Harden
need,
not the big brother?
hell no. He's not even Alfred.
All right.
Yeah,
He ain't,
no.
you know what I'm saying?
No, because you know what? Harden never had a big brother. Harden has achieved everything he wants to
Well,
achieve.
you need a Pat Bev.
He needs Pat Beverly, he needs PJ Tucker, maybe even a different coach that's gonna instill
So
him
you
something.
saying he need a little rough nigga?
Yeah.
Whatever the big brother characteristics are, I don't know. 'Cause I don't believe in that shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I never had a big brother. I'm the big brother. So I never believed
So
it.
go
You know
back
what
to
I'm
my
saying?
question then.
No.
If you can't get the big brother.
You can't get a big brother. I want him to
No, it
go.
don't, but it don't have to be a big brother. It's just
Yeah.
someone but you have people around you that get active.
But if you
Right,
can't,
because
No,
remember,
he-
Milwaukee was choking in the players for a couple of years. Now, yes, they went and got Drew, they got some talent, but you know what they did added in the middle of the year last year when they won the chip? They went and got PJ Tucker and Bobby Portis.
some heart.
Some heart, just some heart, some
No, but
activity.
change
The example you
Change-
gave last week was stars.
Say it again.
The example you gave last week was stars.
No, I did. I said the stars needed help. Even Iverson didn't turn into Iverson until Big Brother McKee got here. Come on now, let's give it up. Iverson was a dog. Listen.
Whoa!
Listen. Okay, you listen to what I'm saying. I'm not saying again, Iverson is my favorite player of all time, right?
Wow!
I'm saying is they didn't become winners until you got some big brother around them.
Winners, but AI was AI from the minute
But he
he came over here. right?
no. He was a playground legend. It wasn't until Larry Brown and McKee brought some structure to the
Why do you keep
franchise.
trying to give North Philly's own McKee some credit?
Because it's
Shit
the
that
truth,
he had.
cuz. It's the truth.
No,
Listen,
he made our team
no
more
one,
complete. He didn't make AI.
Exactly,
He didn't make AI better.
no, he did. Because they allowed AI to just worry about dropping 40 and we'll take care of everything else. If someone wants to hit you hard, here comes Matt Geiger in to rough somebody up, right? You want to play on the defensive end, Eric Snow and Aaron McKee will lock you up. You just roam free. Drop your 40, right? You're a killer. You're an assassin. You know, we all know the story. They tried to hide his jersey when he was hurt so he wouldn't play because that's how much he wanted to play. But it was the structure of the veterans around
You agree
him.
with this shit, guys?
It is what it is because I gave you every example. Went back to Magic. Kareem needed Magic, right? And
You had a name you just said?
yes, I said it last week.
Magic, you saying?
I get that. Well, look what I said. Look, this year with Dallas, Doncic didn't take his game to the next level until Jason Kidd started coaching him.
You hear the names that you saying?
Yes, Embiid is on that level. You telling
I'm
me
not saying he on that level, but I'm talking about as far as who we bringing in. PJ Tucker. not
Jason
on that
Kidd
level.
is a coach, bro. He's not on the court with him, but they changed the culture in the locker room. We have a culture of softness. We have a culture of losing. We need to bring some integrity and
Doc
some
Rivers
grit.
don't change that?
No, because Doc Rivers is chasing his own stats. He's trying to validate why he's a good coach by telling us what he did in Orlando. We don't give a fuck what you did in Orlando, cuz, with a broke down Grant Hill. We don't care. Like, you still trying to tell us what you did in Boston 15 years ago. You won one title with that fucking team. You went to LA and blew, like, you're trying to prove you're a good coach.
You're not going to get an argument.
Right? Giannis took that next leap once Jason McKinney became his coach. LeBron took that next leap when he left Cleveland and went and joined Dwayne Wade in the Heat culture. Like there's another step. So you have to build. Again, no one's going to be better than Embiid, but you have to change the culture in the team, and that's bringing in. If you want to call him a big brother, if you want to call him a goon, You call it whatever you want to, but a B.J. Tucker, or Pat Beverly, or Bobby Porter, somebody that's not going to let you be sad and mope and worry about headlines, that's going to put his foot in your ass without the coach, which is why we seen our best opportunities was when Jimmy was on this team. That's what we need on this team. We need grit. We need culture changers. Because for 7 years, we had fostered an environment of losing so we can do the process.
That's a Philly mentality, though. I agree with you. Like, the way we are, the way our city's set up, the way this who we are, everything. We want blue collar guys here. We want them to work hard. You know what I mean? But I want you to answer the fucking question. Would you trade Embiid for some players? Because you said you want to build around Maxey.
Yeah,
if you can't get the bully or the big brother.
Yeah, if you can't get the big brother, he out of here.
Okay.
That's just me. He out
I just want to know that. I'm not saying I agree. I just want. It's an interesting question to propose.
Yeah.
Because that tweet that he put out, it can go any way.
No, for real.
He's tired. He wants to stir the pot up, or he's fucking around.
He just might be
He's trolling.
He just might be what's his name that we got from the Nationals?
Bryce Harper.
He just might be our Bryce Harper. He might roll and we might be cool. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you. He just might be our Bryce Harper.
That's another coach who needs to be fired, by the way. But
Yeah.
Joe Girardi.
You're right.
But I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? He just might be out of here.
I get you.
And you might just get some solid balls in this joint and we might be cool.
I get you.
I'm not going to.
I don't want to do it.
No, I'm not getting up on Joe.
I'm just interested because I looked at that tweet and I said, well, that can go a lot of ways.
Yeah, that's why the fact that we are able to talk about it for 20 minutes is why it doesn't need to fucking happen.
We all agree.
Right, just shut the fuck up.
Man.
Go get healed, bro.
Yeah. Go get the surgery. I thought your thumb was torn.
right. Like,
No, it's done fine. He can tweet.
So, how do we feel about the NBA Finals? Are we putting Golden State and Boston in there? I think Miami's done.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I was fighting for Jimmy.
They're out of power. Yeah, they're worn down. It's one of the worst Eastern Conference Finals I've seen in a long time. None of the games are competitive. Every single game, there's multiple players missing.
It's whoever could score 30 in the first quarter.
Yeah, like it's at this point,
It been that bad.
Yeah.
I forgot.
I'm on strike now. I stand. Fuck the NBA.
He ain't capping it.
Yeah, I ain't capping it. And I don't need, they can send me a check right now and I'm still not watching. I'll send it right back. I'm cool.
Yeah, the Western Conference.
I'll pay you to watch
the Western Conference is probably going to be over tonight, but that's been a little bit more.
You see me come on the screen and it's black.
Soon to turn on.
And I got my act back and I still ain't watching.
That's crazy. The West will probably be done tonight. It's been a little bit more exciting, but they kind of.
How Dallas been looking? They've been looking.
They okay. It's the role players.
Yeah.
It's the role players. The role players hasn't been as good as they were against Phoenix.
I got a more serious question. It's something I heard on the radio this morning. It's an interesting topic. I'm going to put it out here for us. Is it time for us to consider Steph Curry in the top 10 of all time?
Yes.
I don't see nothing wrong with that.
I got no wrong.
Is it time for us to consider Steph Curry in the top 5 of all time?
Top 5 point guards, yes. All
top
time?
5
no.
players.
No. I'm not personally putting him there yet.
But you put him in the top 10.
I think he's around 8-ish right now.
You put him in the top 10 of players?
Yeah.
And you give him what number?
Around 8. I put him around 8.
What about you, cuz?
I put him top 10. I only had no particular number. Because, he's the best shooter I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Right.
In my life. I don't know what, people can name people from the 60s.
Nah, there's no debate.
He's the best shooter I ever saw in my life.
When it comes to shooting, there's no debate.
With that alone, if this keeps up, he might mess around and be top 5 on somebody's list. Because the shooting alone is just, he's scary.
Yeah, he's scary.
He's scary.
He's a threat as soon as he crosses half.
You have him in the top 10?
Yes, I have him in the top. I was thinking about, like, who would I consider in my top 5?
Yeah.
And if he's not in the, and I'm not quick to put him, I'm a little bit of a hater of Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Why though?
Y'all look just like each other.
It's
No, you got something why? Because, but besides his size, like what is it?
You want Aisha?
This person. Like, I'm gonna holler at him.
Besides his size.
No, his game is his game. I think sometimes he's a little. I think it's a little overly hyped.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm starting to realize, no, nigga.
The hype is real.
The only flaw I think he has is his size. So he's something with depending on who they playing. The defense suffers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my biggest critique on him has always been turnovers.
Right.
He gets a little too happy with the ball.
But like I said, I think
But they can shoot so well as a team over the history that they can make up for it. But they get in that little patch where they get loosey-goosey with the ball.
Yeah.
And unforced turnovers. You're trying to do some fancy shit for ESPN and all that.
But like I said, when I started thinking about my top 5, I started really thinking. I was like, damn, he might be 7 or 6. Like,
that's what I think.
Or maybe he could replace the 5th person, depending on who I put 5th.
Yeah. Who your 5th person?
So we gotta go with Mike, LeBron, Kareem.
You put Kareem over Kobe?
I'm about to get to Kobe. Kareem, Magic. Now when I get to Kobe.
Wow, you put all of them above Kobe.
I'm not putting them up. I got no order.
I don't have a problem with the Magic thing.
But I think with Magic and Kobe,
I don't have a problem with the Magic
this
thing.
is where I think Steph could replace Magic or Kobe. That's my problem.
Oh yeah, see, I don't got him above neither one of them. I don't got him above. I don't got him above Magic.
And it's nothing against Kobe. Kobe was Kobe. The Mamba mentality wasn't Mamba mentality until he really retired. Like we got to understand it. Kobe was Kobe. He was great. He had his moments, but there's some. But Steph changed, did a lot, and he's doing a lot. I don't know. I don't want to. Like I said, I don't want to say it, but I think that's when I got my top 5. It's Magic and Kobe are the 2 that I think that maybe Steph could take one of their spots. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like Steph ain't taking LeBron and me. Steph ain't taking Mike and me. Steph ain't taking Kareem and me. Yeah, there's no argument that you're gonna give me.
Kobe and Magic, they just different balls for me, yo.
That's
why I say like he creep in the top 5, he probably would knock Kareem off.
They go Kareem.
To me, he would not. Cause this is what I'm gonna say. Cause
I didn't even get to see Kareem career.
At the end of the day, I remember Kareem playing, and I remember the chips he didn't get. You know what I'm saying? But until Magic came here.
But he got some in Milwaukee.
Nah, he ain't really started winning until he went.
Did he get one?
Maybe he won it the most.
I think he got one. He got one in Milwaukee.
Yeah, and that's the rest was with Magic, which is what I was saying.
That's what I'm saying. Like Magic made that franchise, guys.
Yeah.
Like he made that franchise. Like made it. You know what I'm saying?
I got Kareem was so nice.
I got Mike.
No, Kareem was nice,
but
like you said, for his achievements, until a rookie came and changed the franchise, it said a lot to me. That's why I say the big brother point that you gave. Yeah. I will be passive and give you that until we find one.
Right.
But if you give him a big brother here, he's still acting like that. Let's blow this shit up.
I got Mike, LeBron, Magic, Kobe, Bird.
Yeah, you can. You got Bird. Got to go on that list too.
Yeah, Bird's 5. Kareem 6.
Hell no, Curry ain't better than
Kareem
Bird.
6, Shaq 7.
Some niggas change franchises.
Hold on. Kareem 6, Shaq 7. Steph 8. Doc 9. Tim Duncan 10. There's my
Doc who, Jay?
Dr. J.
Curry.
There's my 10.
Huh?
No.
Shaq changed the game the same way Curry did.
Yeah.
Curry changed it too.
Okay.
Curry ain't better. Who was your 5th? Burt?
Say so.
It's because you white.
Yeah,
it's because you white. He had to put the white.
Say so. Say Bird can't buzz on.
Listen,
no, Bird was Bird.
So you're a little young age?
No, I ain't that young. I'm 39.
You
No,
young.
I think,
no, this is why I'm gonna say you're young because you questioning the fact that I'm saying Bird. That's how I know.
No, I'm not a Curry fan. I'm not a Bird fan.
I think Curry can jump up to 6.
I think Bird was overrated.
Nigga,
perfect man to holler at.
Yo, this is what I'm gonna say to you.
What?
This is what I'm gonna say to you.
Bird was nice. I think he was
no, this is what I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Bird and Magic gotta be on your top 5 because without them, we wouldn't be watching them on TV right now, dog.
Yeah.
They were about to lose. They were about to lose their sponsorship because that's how bad basketball was.
You used to have to watch the finals on tape delay.
Cause I'm telling you, bro. Like that's what Bird and Magic did to the game.
Yeah.
Bird and Magic.
To me, Steph gets as high as 6. So if you're asking me to move people around, he gets as high as 6. I don't think Steph can pass those 5.
I just feel like Bird and Magic like this with me on my list. They like this.
Yeah.
They like 3A, 3B. They like that with me, cuz. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I got Kobe just ahead of Bird.
Because this is what I'm gonna say. Doc on my list too.
Top 5 player.
Doc was in the league when they about to lose the sponsorship. So that says a lot.
Yeah.
I want you to give me give me your top 5 NBA players.
Solo in the building.
Jordan.
All right.
Got to give the Kobe second because he stole Jordan's game.
Okay.
The old heads, I really never seen none of them play. So
yeah, this is your 5.
You can pick them though.
Nah.
This is your 5. However you want. Where you got LeBron at?
He might not be in my top 10.
He don't like LeBron.
LeBron not gonna be in your top 10.
Yeah, I don't like him.
That's crazy.
Why is that crazy?
I mean, I'm not a LeBron fan either, but I got LeBron at 2.
How?
Because of everything that he could do on the court. I'm not a fan of him, but you got to respect what he did on the court. So mine was Mike, LeBron, Magic,
You got to
Kobe.
Kobe.
Yeah. One spot. And Mike, LeBron, Magic. No, I'm sorry, 2 spots. Mike, LeBron, Magic, Kobe, Bird. That's my 5. Kareem 6, Shaq 7, and then how we got on the topic right now is Steph Curry in your top 10 of all time. And I got Curry at 8. And I got Curry being able to jump up to 6. To me, he can get up to 6. I don't think he can never pass Bird, Magic, Kobe, LeBron, or Mike, but I think at 6 is where he could be at. Because if he get the title this year and maybe one more, then we're talking 5 rings. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's already passed Duncan to me. He's already passed Dr. J to me. You know what I'm saying? He's right around there. But you don't have. I'm not even a LeBron fan, and I'm kind of weirded out that you don't have LeBron in your top 10.
I don't think so.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah. I just don't
I
think
don't even know if I can take his opinion because he's a Yankees fan and a Celtics fan.
You ain't got LeBron in your top 10.
Sheesh. So can Steph be in your
Steph
top?
gotta be in top
Steph in
10.
your top 10.
Yeah.
So here's a question to follow yours. It's funny that you bring it up. Yesterday I saw what's Max Kellerman's new show? This Just In or something like that. Something like that. And they had him rank his top 5 point guards of all time. And you know he had number 1?
Who?
This dude's a fucking buffoon. I hate Max Kellerman every day that goes by.
He know boxing though. Go ahead.
He does. He made LeBron his number 1 point guard of all time.
you gotta be kidding.
Yeah, he's hot.
And I just looked at the TV and laughed. And I just said, you not really want to be respected for your sports opinion anymore. You just want people to tweet and
You clickbaiting.
You clickbaiting, right.
He's going to argue.
Because there's no way. Because he had like Isaiah 5, Oscar Robinson at 4, Steph at like 3. I can't even remember who he had 2. I don't know if it was Stockton or Kidd. It was somebody like that. No, Magic. He had Magic at 2.
Who was your best point guard?
Best point guard of all time? Magic.
Magic.
Magic's the best point guard of all time.
And that's just because of his size.
Yeah, Magic's
I
best
was
point
gonna
guard
give
of
the
all time.
white boy some love because I love Stockton game.
I mean, Stockton's up there, but I mean, Magic is
Magic.
Jason Kidd's probably number 2.
Stockton.
Isaiah Thomas is number
Jason
3.
Kidd over Stockton?
Yeah, to me, Stockton could be 5.
Stockton.
You
Magic.
like Stockton? I thought Stockton.
I like Magic. To me, it's Magic. It's Jason Kidd. It's Isaiah Thomas. It's Steph Curry, and then it's Stockton.
What you like about Stockton?
He's trash.
I just think the
I
problem
don't think he's
was.
better than Mo Cheeks.
I just think the problem was the mailman didn't deliver on Sunday.
He ain't.
Yeah, right.
The mailman
The
didn't
Sixers
deliver
would have
like
traded Mo
that.
Cheeks. He still had an assist record.
No,
That's the
I
only
love
reason
Mo
he don't
Cheeks.
have it.
I'm just,
That's the only reason he don't have it. And everybody thought Magic was the assist leader. Mo Cheeks was. Assists and steals.
yeah.
He got,
I
and
know
what's
that.
name got that because Mo Cheeks got traded from the Sixers.
Yeah, and he
And
went
he
to a
never
bad
really
team.
got no burn after
Right,
that.
yeah, I know that part. I'm aware of that part. I'm still saying Stockton's better than Mo Cheeks. I like Mo Cheeks. He's an all-time Sixer. I'm just saying Stockton to me is better than Mo Cheeks.
Steph Curry's, I guess, what is it, involvement or whatever, it makes him better than Stockton, right?
Well, just the overall time. The problem is what you're going to run into now is trying to how to judge these new school point guards to old school point guards. That's the problem.
The
Yeah.
size alone is different. Like,
Well, not just the size, the way the game is played. Right now, point guards ain't asked to run your team. Point guards are actually asked to be damn near the top scorer on the team.
That's it.
So as we continue to move down this generation, it's going to be harder to judge.
So it's 2 shooting guards now?
Sometimes
I just say it
some
might be-
teams just 3.
I think it might be combo
we
guard.
got a 7-foot shooting guard.
Yeah, I think they're all combo guards. I think to be on the floor now, you got to be able to handle the rock a little bit. You got to be able to run the offense and shoot it.
Embiid is a shooting guard.
Okay, now you're out of line.
You ain't lying.
Now
You want to be
out
a
of
shooting
line.
guard.
Now you're out of line.
He want to.
I mean, we all know Kobe is his idol, but I don't know he wants to be a shooting guard. He wanted to develop his team because he thought Ben Simmons was going to be on the team, and he had to learn how to shoot because Ben can only go to the rack.
I heard he sent out a tweet today.
It was last night.
Yesterday?
It was last night. Yeah,
Yeah.
saying Jimmy needed. We already talked about that part.
Mm-hmm.
What's up with that?
Nah, we already talked about that. Just him being an asshole. Just shut
Or
the
was
fuck
he
up.
serious?
But all he said was he needed another teammate. He didn't say I'm the teammate. And this is why we tell him to shut the fuck up because everyone's personal interpretation of the tweet got us talking.
You see how they go to my point, though? How we was talking about.
Yeah,
I said,
no,
yo,
you're right.
somebody can interpret
That's
it
why
the wrong
my
way.
point was he needs to shut the fuck up and just go
Yeah,
away
he
for the whole
do. He
season.
got shut up. He got shut up.
Just shut the fuck up. So talking about going away, we had something rough that happened this week. I don't know how much y'all want to get into it. Prayers and condolences to the 18 children and everyone that lost their lives in the shooting in Texas.
you know what, because stuff is happening so much that you kind of become desensitized to the shit a little bit. And I mean that with all due respect. Like,
Right.
You really keep hearing about mass shootings, dudes getting killed, 15-year-old getting killed, women getting killed, baby getting killed. This is crazy. But I really don't know what to say, except, and there's no excuse for that young man, but obviously he got something going on. Mental health is kind of real, you know what I'm saying? I'm not giving that no excuse. What he did was wrong, gun laws is crazy, Senate not passing laws is crazy, for whatever reason. It's just, you gotta watch his mental health, and these dudes, this world, we're in a different time. We're in a different time. You gotta stay dangerous. I don't tell nobody stay safe. Stay dangerous. Because
He's not guilty.
you never know. Huh?
He pleaded not guilty.
No, not the white boy that did it in Buffalo.
Yeah, the white boy in Buffalo.
That white boy in Buffalo.
They killed the dude that shot the kids in
All right.
Texas.
The one in Texas.
Like,
they
my
killed
thing
him.
is,
Yeah, you're right.
when are we gonna do away with the NRA? Like that's my thing right there. Fuck the NRA. Fuck everything that they stand for. I really don't give a shit. Fuck them
But
all.
you tell them
If you watching, you're part of the NRA. Fuck you too.
But
I don't really care.
You telling powerful white people who are in the Senate and who are in the Congress that pass the laws, who want to keep their job, who got to
I get that.
gotta suck the NRA dick
They're
to keep their job.
and they're bitches too.
Yeah.
Every
So,
single Republican
it's
that
not
lets
just,
the NRA lace their fucking pockets, they're bitches
it's
too.
not just the NRA though.
It is the NRA.
It's not just I said the NRA.
But they're 90% of the cause because they're not going to let anybody change the fucking law in this country. As long as they have money, they're holding a gun show in Texas this weekend.
No, they should cancel that.
No, they're not. They send out their prayers and condolences.
People will be there buying guns.
You're right. They're going to strap up more. Why the fuck does any American need an AR-15? I don't care if you're pro-gun. You do not need a military-style weapon.
So that's touchy because you talk. Like, I agree, I understand what you're saying. And obviously, you on one side of the fence, but I'm on the other side. Why the fuck shouldn't I need an AR-15? When I, like you said, when I look on the news and see what's going down, why shouldn't I be strapped to the max and ready for whatever, whenever? I understand. It's not. See, again, it's not the guns that kill people. It's the stupid motherfuckers with guns that kill people. That's the oldest saying, and that's a fact.
But
bro.
where did I say you shouldn't have guns?
I didn't say you said that. You said, why do you need an AR-15?
Right.
And my rebuttal question is, why the fuck shouldn't I have an AR-15
No.
with every, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
with everything that's going on?
Don't shit me up. Don't shit me up. Don't shit me up. No, it's like, so I'm pro-gun, right? This is America. You can have a gun what you wanted. But there's certain fucking weapons you don't need because you ain't going hunting with an AR-15. Because if you ever shot an AR-15, if you hunted deer with an AR-15, you're blowing his head straight the fuck off and you ain't getting none of the meat to
Nobody's
eat
hunting a
anyway.
deer with an AR-15.
But
You
bro,
keep it there for protection,
but this is the
because
problem.
if you get
But who was
crazy
it protecting? I never read a story on the news that someone broke into someone's crib and that AR-15 kept the robber out.
Well, you're not privy to every goddamn newspaper in the
I
country.
am. You don't think that'll be on the news
You're not
somewhere?
reading Kansas City news where somebody might have broken somebody.
I'm reading the Tampa Tribune though, right before I get it.
Like I said, I'm not gonna keep. We're not gonna go back. We're gonna agree to disagree on this point. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
There's certain things you don't need. Somebody gonna tell you don't need a gun with a switch on when you can shoot 30 shots in 3 seconds. To each his own. My thing is, I got the right to protect myself. If I feel like an AR-15 is the caliber of gun I need, just in case you break in my crib, I'm gonna blow your melon off your shoulders. That's what I think I
So
need.
then why shouldn't it be so easy for you to get one? Let's
That's
answer
a
that
different
question.
argument.
Okay, no, that's the next step. That's the next step.
Now I get you on that. That's a different argument. But I agree. You shouldn't have to be 21 to have a beer, but be 18 to get a ratchet.
Right.
Certain states, I think certain states
Yeah.
have different laws.
My man turned 18 and the next day bought 2 AR-15.
Because Texas got one of the
No,
most
fuck
loosest
Texas.
laws.
Yeah,
They got
everything
loose
about
laws,
Texas.
bro. They got
Fuck
loose
everything
laws.
about Texas.
But I don't know. We gonna disagree because when you look on the news and everything that's going on, bro, I think everybody should be strapped.
Yeah.
I think every state should be open carry.
Every-
That's why I was. Because if a young boy see that I'm strapped and I got it on my hip, he not gonna try to rob me, man. He not gonna try. You gonna think twice. But when you can't carry the gun, you think 90% of people ain't strapped. I'm gonna try to rob him. If it was open carry, we all had strapped like the cowboy days. Because we gonna limit these homicides.
But
niggas ain't gonna try it.
that's the problem
Niggas
with
don't
this
wanna
country.
die like that.
That's the problem with this country because other countries don't have these fucking problems. Did you read what you had to do in China and Japan to get a gun? You can get any gun you want, right? You can get any one you want. But did you see the steps that you had to take? You gotta do an interview in the police district, in your local police district. You got to take a psychiatric test. You got to go to like 40 hours of gun
You want
training.
to change democracy. You want to be dictator.
No, I don't want to change. I want
You want
fucking
Benito
kids
Mussolini.
to be able to go to school and not to worry about getting shot with
I'm
an
with you,
AR-15.
bro. I'm not
bro.
against- I'm
No
not
one
against
needs
that.
an AR-15.
I'm not against that.
I
bro.
got guns in my crib. You got in your like. I'm not saying that no one should protect themselves, but there's certain guns and there's certain
Hey, cuz, you got
steps.
an AR, cuz?
I'm not saying AR-15s. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying no one should have a gun to protect
No,
himself.
I'm just saying.
That's
some
not
people
what I'm
like
saying.
AR. Somebody might have. Listen, man, you're not gonna. I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna keep arguing because it's gonna make me sound gonna be sensitive. Listen, I'm with you.
No, I mean, your point is valid. It absolutely is valid.
I just think that
That's what
mental
America was built on choice and democracy. But there's got to be some kind of fucking limits because everyone's not thinking with the same dome.
That's why I think mental health is important. Like,
Some people just hate, cuz. Like the dude in Buffalo just fucking hated black people.
but that's a mental
And drove
problem.
3 hours.
He hate, but he also got a mental problem somewhere deep.
But if you made it harder for him to get a fucking gun, he wouldn't have that.
But they also said that he was in a mental institution, so the state failed him by allowing him to be able to get a gun.
Right, which means
So-
they shouldn't even be available.
But that's my point.
That's my point.
But I get what you're saying, E. But the thing is there's a lot of steps to failure before it's him getting a gun. And you keep labeling a specific gun. You keep saying AR-15. You're not saying guns. You keep saying
That's
AR-15.
right. I said
So
no
that-
American should be able
that's
to
not
own
cool.
an
I can't
assault
say
rifle that is made for military grade.
I agree with you on everything except the fact that I get if in this country allows me to own any gun I can, I'm allowed to have an M16. I want an M16. I don't.
But that's my point. That's what I'm saying. It should be allowed.
It's not wrong. Why
It is.
not?
Because every single mass murder in this country that we've read in the last 20, 25 years have been committed with people
But they
with
also got
AR-15.
problems. Everybody else in America got M16. They ain't doing it. So
Right.
that proves the point that they had certain issues and they did what they did. Them niggas would have did that with 2 9s and a 4.5.
So if you
it
are-
just happened to be
okay.
that they had a
So my question is,
M16
you
on AR.
are
They
in-
would have did it with 2 9s.
You are in sane mental state, right?
Yeah.
Right, and you don't really have no malice in your heart for anybody, any race.
I got some
creed.
malice in mind for all races, but go ahead. We all prejudiced, but go ahead.
Damn, but not
keeping
enough
it
for you
V.
to want to shoot them.
No, that's not
up,
to kill
right?
nobody,
If
no.
you found out that
Nope.
there's a corner store in the block that's full of white people, you ain't random white people. You
No,
ain't
no,
gonna
no,
go
I'm
shoot
not-
it for
no,
that, right?
no,
so
for
my
sure.
thing is that you, as a sane human being that owns guns, that has children that are in
Yes.
school. So if someone said to you, like, "Hey, man, we don't really want to take away all your guns. You can have the buck 30.
Yeah.
You can have the Glock. You have all that. We just taking these assault rifles away because you know what? We don't. Regular humans don't really need them.
My question is, they all killed. The 9, the deuce, the petty suit killed. This is effective.
But it's easier to kill more
You're not hearing me.
with an assault
The
rifle.
deuce kills just as effectively to use properly as the AR-15. I'm not getting rid of my AR-15. I'm a gun fan. I love my AR. Why should I sacrifice my AR to make you feel comfortable? Oh, so because
I don't want to be comfortable. I want your son to come home from school, cuz.
If I want my son to come home from school, and guess what? A lot of niggas not getting hit with AR-15s on 15th and Cumberland. They getting hit with 38 deuces, 357s, and all that. So with this mass shootings, I agree with you, but please don't make me downplay that shit like we ain't got other problems in the hood with regular ratchets, cuz. Let's not do that. We're not gonna talk about that. Again, don't take away the right of the gun. Make the gun harder to get. But you can't tell me I can't get a Mossberg. I can't get an AK. I can't get this. Come on, guys. Just make it harder to get. And if you're a law-abiding citizen, you'll still be able to get that gun. But don't tell me, well, you can own all the 9s, all the handguns. You can own a one-shotter, but we don't want you to have an army-issued gun. Come on, man. No. It's in the Constitution, right? Change that, then you got your point. That's just my argument. I'm not against these kids that got shot, but I know plenty of niggas and myself got hit with a 38. Niggas ain't getting hit all the time with AR-15s. The mass shootings, them white boys, they getting it from their parents, out their room, or they go to Walmart and get their gun. I get it. Most niggas out here walking with handguns, cuz. With a switch on. I'm not trying to go disagree with you, cuz I'm really on your side, but I just disagree with you with the let's get rid of specific guns.
What you say, Sue?
I think they too easy to get.
Okay.
I think they way too easy to get.
Mm-hmm.
Even when we purchased the one for my home, it took 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And I just felt like if somebody was crazy in this household,
It's a wrap.
somebody did. I just think it's way too easy. I don't think China going through the steps they go through to make before you can get a handgun is unconstitutional. I just think that they being more cautious, and I really haven't heard about no mass shootings over there.
Right. That's my point.
They don't have it.
Like that's my biggest point. Like, yes, there's other gun problems in this country the straw sales of them, the way you can illegally get them on the streets and all that other stuff. Of course, that's an issue. But when the issue is first if an older black lady is going to the supermarket on a church Sunday and this dude come in with the AR and just spray up the entire supermarket, it's a lot harder. You have to be a lot more direct if he's walking in there with a 22 or a 38. My thing is, like, you don't see these in other countries, man. You just don't see them in other countries. We have one of these shits every 2 months, and it's always the same gun.
We're worse than Yemen. We're worse than the
It's always the same gun. Like it's a lot harder when you know to cock the 9 back and to take out 14 people at once or 20 something at once. And what happened in Orlando in the club, right? Because they were gay. What was it, like 50 something? When they got about 50 something at the Vegas concert, they were just there to see the concert. The assault rifles just make it too easy to kill too many.
With that though, cuz I ain't even cut you off. I just think, like, I'm with you. I just think, like what Soup said, to piggyback off him, they have to make it harder to get the gun. If you make it harder, that might deter. You're right. And you might not say, all right, the AR is the enemy. No, you might say, like, all right, we cool.
And maybe that will solve my point better by going your step. Because that's why I started off by saying fuck the NRA, because they won't allow any of these changes to happen. I keep telling the story, man. When we lived in Carolina, we walked into a gun club and walked out in 7 minutes.
With a gun.
And 4 minutes of the time we was in line. Like that was the amount of time. She signed like you ever go to the fucking pawn shop, right? And just fill out the little yellow paper, like a little chain of that. That's all we had to fill out to get the burner to walk out of there in the heart of Carolina. Like Sue said, I timed it. I literally timed it. We was in that motherfucker for 7 minutes, and 4 of the minutes we was online. And all we bought was a regular handgun. You don't even want to know the shits that was on the wall, that was in the different cases that you could have caught there. It's just nuts how easy these drones are to get, and I just don't understand why any human that just walking regular as us needs an assault rifle. But I'll come to your side. I'll meet you in the middle and say, yes, let's first work on making it harder to get. Yeah. And then maybe it won't, because maybe that'll deter these mass killings to happen. Because I still have a kid in school. You know what I'm saying? All my kids.
The only thing I'm going to say is, too, what is going to be a problem is, it's still going to come back to you eventually saying they need to be banned. Because if you think about it, all the assault rifles that these guns were used in, they never were stolen. They were never straw purchases. Mm-hmm. They were bought by people who would have legally got the gun. Yeah. So it's like, it might start turning to the point where they need to ban the gun, because
I'm sticking on that point, but I'm willing to be open-minded to listen to other people.
Is it ban that specific gun, or is it ban guns?
Just that specific assault rifles, military-grade weapons.
If I want to go kill a whole bunch of people, I'm not taking a handgun.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
I mean,
if I got a problem with 2 or more people, it's an AR coming out.
And maybe
because Columbine was done with shotguns.
It's just.
But there was 3 of them though.
Yeah, but even
two,
even if you want to talk
shotguns
about
though,
but you saw
handguns.
But you know one incident.
I just named you 9.
No, I get you. Parkland was also done with shotguns, no assault rifle. That just happened in 2018. Right. That was the largest mass.
Okay, you got 2. You want
I don't want to keep going, but I get your point, but I want you to understand my point.
I don't think you can keep going, because this.
I think you might be at the end.
Who else? Who else, man, shooting wise?
Was Sandy Hook done with assault rifles?
Yes.
Yeah.
You sure?
He took it out of the.
That's when it first started.
Okay. That wasn't when it first started.
No, I'm talking about when them banned assault rifles I'm talking about. That's when it first started.
They was.
Because
me personally, I've never heard them talking
about
banning assault until Sandy Hook.
The church shooting that happened in Cali 3 days after the Buffalo shooting, when the Chinese got killed. Was that assault rifle?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the other part in Texas, when they went on the Army base, whatever,
the cop that did that.
Vegas John was assault rifle.
That was the craziest.
Orlando was assault rifle.
I just feel like that gun just make it easier to kill a lot.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's why I say, even if you make it harder to get.
At first, let's make it harder to get.
And then 2 were stolen or straw purchased guns, so it's going to come back to your point eventually where you're going to want it banned.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I lived through it. Like when we were in Carolina, and Tayu's usually on the pod, and his sister, I've had to go rush to pick the kids up from school because of gun violent threats. So people on Twitter, on Instagram, making threats that they're going to shoot the school up. Because where we lived at in Carolina was kind of the burbs. It was on the line of being in the city of Charlotte right outside, and we was right outside. So there's a lot of corn-fed cow land, not doing nothing, shooting boys that get mad, and they threatened to shoot up the school 2 different times.
We just had that at Grass 2 days ago. It made the news. Nigga got dumped outside of Grass. with a handgun. Like, so I get what you're saying. So it's just, you gotta make the laws harder, man. Just so like you said, they don't get these assault weapons, man. And then eventually, if that don't work, take away the assault weapon. I agree with y'all. I agree, man. I'm just a different stance on it.
You're not wrong. Like your point is valid because at the end of the day, you still want it to be safer for everybody too. So we're just taking a different road to kind of get to where we both want to get at.
It's just sitting there like you said. It's a shame when you got a very. He's 18 years old. He got bullied in high school, but didn't go to no high school. To no high school kids. He killed 4th graders.
Right.
It's wrong either way whether he killed high school kids or not. But damn.
Right. Like you ain't even go try to get the boys that bullied.
That bully. That's what I'm saying.
You went to the little
like, all right,
after shooting your grandma first.
Yeah. So and that
was
tells me more that he had a mental issue that was bigger and just got access. Like you said, these guns, the laws, the senators, the congressmen, they gotta do something, man. Because it's getting crazy. It's crazy to the point where you don't feel safe traveling without a gun, whether you got a handgun or you got a whatever. So you know what I mean? It's like it's crazy out here. You can't go to the market, guys. You might get marked out and get killed. Like I'm shopping for watermelon and grape soda.
So you go to school, right? Like your school is actually attending, right? Like you go into school.
Yeah.
Do y'all get taught like what to do if something like that happens?
Yeah.
Like y'all have like drills and shit on that?
Yeah.
That's fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah.
And I remember having to do it with my kids. Like at dinner, we were talking about this shit. Like, yo, what y'all talking about today? Oh,
just had one,
you know what closet to go into and
You just had the drill last Thursday.
last Thursday.
Like an active shooter coming to school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never experienced that.
Me either.
Never.
Fire drill and that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
No, Dante. So DJ didn't really have to do it. I think he was just old enough where they didn't do it. But Dante, Erica, and Sienna all went through multiple active shooter drills, and they had to come home and they had to actually come home and get like paper signed that they talked about, like for the parents what to do if they're the active shooter and that kind of shit. Like that's just the wild shit, man.
You're supposed to be at the safest place.
Yeah, school, church, and a fucking supermarket. Like you can't be a kid. You can't be of a different nationality, different race. Like these fucking crazy white boys is nuts out here, man. And taking away the guns that they can kill the most is the best thing that we need to do, man. And I'm always gonna stand on that because the NRA is just fucking sickening to me. Why we can't? Why there's not enough Republican senators with balls enough to say fuck that? We need to change some shit.
But what I tell y'all, it's all about.
It's all about the money. It's all about the money.
That being said,
With that-
with that being said, all our followers stay dangerous. Protect your family, protect yourself by all means, man.
Y'all just we in the last days.
Yeah, I can't even argue with you with that.
Last days,
Can't even
bro.
argue with that.
I don't care what you believe in. I don't care if you read the Torah, the Bible, the Quran, or whatever. We're in the last days, so it's like it's going to get worse. Sad to say,
Yeah.
it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse, and it's just, man, you got an 18-year-old dude shot his grandma and then went and killed a whole bunch of little kids, and then he even want to stand out with police. He didn't give a damn about nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Them cops are some suckers too. I'm gonna put that on the cops that stood outside, that went inside and grabbed their kids out of school, but wouldn't let the other parents go inside and get their kids. And some of the parents were strapped ready to fight the boy to stop them and wouldn't let them go in there. So them cops down there are suckers too. If it wasn't for the border patrol dude that said fuck this, I'm going in, we don't know how many more he would have killed. So fuck them Texas cops too.
But even when it comes to police, it ain't no fun when a rapper got the gun.
Yeah, never
Right.
Ain't never lie about
He
that.
was probably strapped worse than that.
Yeah, I mean,
Bigger
at the end
than
of the
they
day,
were.
when you at a range, ain't nobody shooting back. You know what I'm saying? It's real bullseye. It's easy to hit a bullseye. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you ain't got a bullseye,
Them niggas trying to go home.
I mean, I'm not gonna hold you. Like everybody not cut for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody not cut for that, guys.
So some of them niggas, it's just a job. They hoping they don't get in the shootout their whole life.
Yeah.
But what I'm gonna say is even the bulls that will shoot, they not accustomed to being shot at.
Shot
You
at,
know what I'm saying? It's
yeah.
a total difference when you being shot at. You see that even with street boys, you know what I'm saying? When they got to drop on something to school, but when the bulls start returning fire, they shoot. They like this.
Yeah.
And I want that smoke.
Yeah.
You don't find
They
street bulls.
ain't
Yeah.
figure that scenario.
You don't see street bulls who want to square up and
That's how the
duel.
little kid get hit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to duel. You know what I'm
We
saying?
ain't taking five
Six
steps.
steps in the draw.
Yeah, we ain't taking
Yeah,
five
we
steps
live
in
in
the
a whole
draw.
other world now, guys.
TV ain't real.
Guys. This stuff hot and it hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nah.
Hitting the right spot. That's it.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. We just been living in strange times, cuz. Like real strange times. Like I said, it's gonna get a lot worse. And then, like I say, and this is just me, guys. I just feel like even if they do away with the guns, these people so evil. You mess around and get niggas who be renting U-Haul trucks and start running motherfuckers over. Like it's just gonna be.
I mean,
you know what I'm
friend,
saying? But you know what I'm saying? Just
making
really,
pipe bombs
like,
over the internet, all
like,
that shit.
it's just an evil
Well,
time.
let's
Like,
make it
you know what I
harder
mean?
for them. That's all.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm like, the world is just so bad. It's like anything that I see that goes on now don't even surprise me no more. They don't even surprise me, yo. It don't even surprise me because, like you said, for the fact that you just seen something like that occur on Monday and y'all still selling guns on Friday,
Right.
that lets you know what kind of world we live in.
I ain't gonna have a gun festival this weekend.
Yeah, so
Let's
it's
fuck
like,
out of here, man.
that-
Fuck
that lets
Texas.
you know
That's
what's
what. That's
going
how we ending this show.
But-
Fuck Texas and fuck
And the
everything
Cowboys,
about
fuck
Texas.
the Cowboys.
But with that being said,
Stay dangerous.
when is somebody in Texas going to strike?
Your
That's
boy,
the thing.
strike. What do you mean by strike?
You gotta make them feel the effect of y'all not wanting something to go on.
Right.
If you that unhappy,
Like you going better try to do when
boycott something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Any business that's being supported by NRA, boycott.
Boycott the Cowboys,
Boycott.
huh? Don't go to the
You know what I'm
Cowboys.
saying? No, if Jerry,
Jim Jones
no,
supports the NRA.
if Jerry down with
He
him,
do.
that's what I'm saying.
He looks like
You
he
gotta
supports
make-
the NRA.
That's the only
Founded
way.
that shit.
I've been telling y'all this since week
Cowboys
one.
fans.
The only way you get the rich people to start hitting them in their
Damn,
pockets, yo, and nobody never hits them in their pockets, guys. I'm telling you, nobody never hits them in their
Fuck the
pockets.
NRA. Fuck that little Mexican nigga that died. And stay dangerous, y'all.
Yeah, I'm telling you, guys, they gotta start formulating, start striking, man. And people gotta be willing to inconvenience themselves to inconvenience these rich people, cause
Right.
that's what they got to do with. And it's not just rich white people; it's just rich people.
Right.
You know what I'm
Cowboys.
saying? Rich people. That's what it's about. It's about
It's
rich
always
people.
fuck the Cowboys, no matter what's happening.
It's always let's go Bucks.
Hey, on that note, like, comment, share, subscribe, y'all.
Hey, Tampa Bay.
All right.
So you high tonight? Yeah.